Hi and welcome. My name is Bella Fontella, and I'm here with the Boss Academy for Women Leading. And I have released some videos on the 6 steps of seeing it through, talking about all the different types of steps you need to take, you could possibly take or use when you are facing a challenge or going through a difficult situation on the job. I would like today to focus on this article here in my corner for this corner chat today. I would like to focus on this article that I read. I guess it must have been around March or April of 2020. Apparently, the article was released by Erica Stallings on January 16, 2020, and it was called When Black Women Go From Office Pet to Office Threat. I read that title and I was like, what? Um, Been there, done that for sure. And as I read, I started to feel so much better. So I'm not alone in this. This is not a made up thing in my mind. It's not me going from here to here in the corporate world having these issues. It's really a problem with many, not all, but many Black women being very highly qualified, very successful, going on the job, being excited, being qualified, ready to offer your skills and your talents. And then all of a sudden, once you were there initially and everybody thought you were so great. Oh, yeah, she's nice. We're so happy to have you. Oh, you bring so much to the table. And then all of a sudden, things change. All of a sudden, people aren't as friendly. All of a sudden, different things start happening. In an article, she mentions that she started off excited about the position, like I mentioned, but then started to feel like a disconnect. People liked her, but she wasn't getting the type of respect that she thought she should be getting after putting in the time. She started getting tedious tasks, and then when she brought it up to the powers that be, she was told to be patient. Which I know some of you heard. I've heard it before, and that is a trigger. Be patient. You think I just started yesterday? You think that I just got here? I have been patient. Okay, let me not be triggered. So she had the microaggressions. People say comments, little sly things that again, going back to the 6 steps. They're not illegal, but they're just not nice. It's that in between space of, well, what are you trying to say to me? She began to have a resentment and go into depression, started to question her abilities. Everything I was talking about in that mental, emotional aspect of making sure you're taking care of yourself, because these things will happen when you're going to the job every day and going through these things. So you started questioning your abilities. People started to say she was ungrateful. This is her field of study, but it seems like she wasn't being appreciated. She started to feel invisible, and you can have this pressure to assimilate, and some people can do that, and sometimes it's really hard, especially if you have another woman of color who's succeeding and somehow knowing how to navigate that environment, and it's not working for you. You can start to turn to yourself and well, what's wrong with me? Well, I would like to give credit to the person who coined this term that is mentioned in this article by Erica Stallings. Keisha M. Thomas coined the term pet to threat. And I just really identified with it and had absolutely been in that position several times. And I want you all to go and read that article for yourself thoroughly, because it really displays what can happen to you when you're in a position you have that stress coming on, and when you're disappointed, and when you start to internalize how the outside people are treating you. And I can't say that the 6 steps would have saved her. There's no guarantee on my course, but what I can tell you is that it can help you prevent moving on to your next position when you decide to do that on your own time, that you're not carrying that negativity and that baggage from what happened to you, because no one deserves this. And it is a tough world out there. It's not going to be easy sailing. You get a job and everybody's going to treat you nice and pat you in the back. There's always going to be some type of a struggle there when you are climbing up a mountain towards success. That's not going to be easy. However, there shouldn't be any unnecessary traumas along the way. And what it comes down to is the part of it being a threat is that people fear an educated, and persistent woman, especially when they are of color, specifically Black. This is just a obvious thing that we know of that is out in the open now. Black women are leading in education and getting master's and doctorate degrees, and we're coming with our experience and we're expecting to be respected and get the pay that we deserve, and we are still not getting it. And now that some positions and jobs are saying, all right, we can't play this game anymore. We can't have the good old boy club. We can't ignore this talent. We want to be successful. We got to bring in the best. And they bring in the best, and it happens to be a Black woman. Many times, people are afraid that their talent is going to be thrown to the side and that what they bring to the table is not going to be acknowledged anymore, and this person who they don't think is as deserving or went to a school that you don't know, an HBCU or something like that, a historically Black college or university, and they don't know, or they came from a company that was unknown to them, they all of a sudden think that they are not worthy, and they are more worthy of it, and you become a threat, and the trauma and turmoil ensues. And so I just want you to take time to read this article, identify with it, come back in the comments, tell me how you feel about it, tell me if you identify with it, tell me if you're a person who has witnessed it and been able to navigate your way around it, and you've been able to assimilate along the way. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you.